All right, when you're home, you've got Netflix, Amazon Prime, HBO Max. You pay for all the streaming channels. But when you go camping, the campground Wi-Fi will never get through a movie. Internet data is just way too expensive. Or maybe you're like us and you spend a lot of time in state parks and national parks where there is no Wi-Fi or internet. So how do you get all your content, all your Netflix, Prime, and all those goodies when you're off-grid camping? That is the subject of today's video. Okay, so I think this is going to be part one of how to watch all your streaming content offline. So we'll start with how to download content in part one, and then part two we'll talk about how to get that to your TVs without any internet. So to start off with the download, I've got my phone and just some of my organization. You don't have to do this, but I've got my apps on the screen, and I've got a couple folders with multiple apps, and one of them I have is called Music and Movies. So we'll open up that. And then in there, I have all my streaming apps and some radio apps and those kinds of things. So all my media content apps. Netflix is probably the most popular. So let's start with that first. So we'll open up Netflix and give it just a second up. And that's me watching. And so Netflix opens up and you've got your other content. But let's just look at the very first movie that Netflix wants us to watch. So on this here, we've got a little spot over here that says info. So let's click on that. And when that comes up, now if you look here, we have a spot that says download. And then all we have to do is click that and it will begin a download. Now you want to do this, the way I do it is at home. My home Wi-Fi is fast and I just download some content for my week or my weekend trip that's coming up. If you run by a coffee shop or those kinds of things when you're out on the road, I guess you could do that there too. But do it where you got some good internet. It downloads. Now Netflix only takes about, I don't know, I never timed it, maybe a minute to download the content. I'm not going to make you watch that right now, but that's all it is to download. So if we go back to the main Netflix screen, and if you look down here, it's I can't really see it through the screen. Hopefully you guys can see it, but there's my downloads. So if I click that, there's the all the stuff that I downloaded that I'm going to watch. So for series, like we're watching the Anna series now, you can download 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 episodes, however you want to do it, and then watch those. And then I've got some movies here. You can see this movie with the red is one of the chick flicks my wife wanted. So we watched that last weekend when we were out camping. And then Netflix also has a new thing. I just tried it. It just popped up one day and I said, okay, where they download content for you automatically. And just based upon what you've watched or something. I don't know. But anyway, first time I ever tried that, I had the chick flick in there, so it looks like I got a bunch of chick flicks. But anyway, you can delete that, not use that. But basically, that's how you download content to Netflix. And again, we'll look at how we watch that later. So let's go look at another service. All right, next we'll take a look at Amazon Prime. So if we open up my music and movie apps, and then open up Prime Video. There we go. And then that opens up and we'll just find a movie that we want to watch. And maybe it's that one. And so when we open it up, again, we've got, you can see there, we've got another download button. So all we need to do is click that and it will begin the download. Again, you want to do that on your fast home Wi-Fi. For me, that only takes about a minute to download the content from Amazon Prime. It's about the same as Netflix, so they're both pretty close to being the same speed, both pretty fast. And then when you want to watch that movie, you come down here to My Stuff, and then there's a couple of downloads that I have for set up for the my next trip. So I got those movies there. And we'll move on once again to one of the other services. All right, next, open up my folder. Next, we'll take a look at HBO Max. I had to cheat and preload HBO Max. It is the slowest streaming service that I have. It takes it forever just to open, and then when it opens, it takes forever for it to do other things too. I kind of researched it online, thought it was something wrong with my app or my phone or my TV or whatnot, but no, it's just what HBO Max is. But if you have that service, basically we'll just pick the first movie it shows us, and then that opens up, and over here is another download button. So we just click that and download, and you really want to be on fast Wi-Fi for HBO Max. It'll take about 10 minutes to download a movie. So it's where Netflix and Prime are about a minute. So I guess everything about HBO Max is just slow. And then when you want to watch your HBO Max, you just click on the little person icon down there, and then you got your regular list, and then click on downloads, and then that's a movie that I have already downloaded in there now. So that's HBO Max. I'm about to dump this app. Again, it's just too slow for most anything out there when everybody else is lightning fast these days. All right, next, if I open up my movie and music folder, just touch on a couple other things. Those are the 3 streaming services that I subscribe to. There's others out there, of course, but I have a Fire TV. That is an app for the remote. So we'll look at how to, again, cast this to Fire TV offline in the next video. And then I have a Roku app. I have a Roku Smart TV in my fifth wheel. I also got Roku Smart TV at home. So that is the remote app for that. But one more app to take a look at and for streaming services, and that is Hoopla right here. Okay, Hoopla is the app that my local library uses. So my Ascension Parish Library, that would be a county library for the rest of the country, but we call them parishes where I'm at. Now this app does a lot of things. It's got audiobooks, and that is one of the best things about Hoopla. And then these are all the audiobooks I've listened to when we've been traveling. So you can download these books. I did a bunch of James Patterson, Alex Cross series, and we're kind of hooked on this Karen Slaughter series right now. She's got a whole bunch of crime, suspense drama books. So it makes a 10-hour trip go by in about 10 minutes. So you can download the or just check out books from your library. And again, your library might not use this Hoopla app, but I bet your library has some form of app where you can download all kinds of content. And then one of the things that you can download is movies. So open up movies there. Now for Hoopla, the only thing I don't like about downloading movies and from them is, we'll just pick one, is when you download a movie, you only get it for 2 days. Where Netflix and Prime and I don't know, I think they have like 30-day time frames in them. So if you're going to watch a movie from Hoopla, you've got to get it pretty close to the time frame you're going to watch it. So if you're heading into town one day to get dinner, then download a movie while you're there before you get back into the woods. It's kind of what I've done a couple times. So movies are very short downloads. If you're getting the audio books like we love so many of them, you have those for 3 weeks. So you can download those ahead of a time from a trip and then listen to them, and then they just return. Every now and then we'll download 2 or 3 books for a long trip, and we'll listen to one of them and maybe half the other They auto return at the end of 3 weeks, so there's no late fees like not returning a book at the library. And then next trip we just download it again, and it takes up right where it started from. So that's the cool thing about Hoopla. Great for audiobooks, so for movies, just because of the short time frame. Alrighty, that's it for the all the streaming apps that I have. Of course, there's Hulu. There's a few other popular ones out there. I can't imagine they're much different. The three of those are all pretty much the same. You just find the movie that you want and click on the download. Again, just do that when you're on the Wi-Fi, and then you've got it. So make sure you like and subscribe. Coming up part 2, we're going to show you how to get all that fabulous downloaded content back here on your TVs when you don't have internet. So I've got a Amazon Fire Stick on this TV. Back here, way back there in the bedroom, I've got a Roku Smart TV. Both of them work a little bit different, so we'll give you the down low on both of those, and we'll see you next time in the content video.